LiYuanHong, also named Song Qing, was born on October 19, 1864. According to legend, that day was also when the goddess legend Guan Ying entered the convent. Li was born in Mulan Town, which was part of the Huangpi district in the city of Hanyang. Hanyang now forms part of Wuhan, which is the capital of Hubei province. Li's ancestors lived on the west side of the Huangpi district in Shijuan and north and east of the city, which includes today's Pengdian village on the Lijia River. Because of this, Li was also known as Li Huangpi. Li grew up in Tianjin, where he went to private school. His father, Li Chaoxiang, also taught him military history, culture, politics, diplomacy, and economics. His father told him about the famous Battle of Bi back in 597 BC during the Zhou dynasty. Li got very excited listening to this story, so instead of pursuing a path into the imperial hierarchy, he chose to serve his country by enrolling in the Beiyang Naval Academy in Tianjin, where he studied from 1885 to 1889. After graduation, Li served on the cruiser LiYuan in the Beiyang fleet, and later the cruiser Guanjia in the Guangdong fleet, where he served as the chief engineer. The Guanjia fought in the Battle of the Yalu River in 1894, the largest naval engagement of the First Sino-Japanese War. Later, Li joined the army, where he helped to modernize the military forces in Hubei. From the start of the Chinese Revolution in October 1911 to December 1913, Li served as the Hubei province chief commander, then the commander-in-chief of the Revolutionary Army, then provisional vice president, and finally vice president of the Republic, all while residing in Hubei. In his first official speech as commander-in-chief, Li told his soldiers that today's revolution is to overturn the Qing dynasty and to establish the beginning of the Republic of China. We as soldiers from now on should embrace Pofu Chengzhou, or get rid of all the worries and do the best for our country. In April 1912, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, who had earlier in the year resigned from the president's position, was invited to Hubei for a visit. Newspapers all over the world reported that Dr. Sun praised Li as the first great gentleman of the Republic, and Li said that Dr. Sun is successfully retired and that no one in the world can compare with his success. The Shen newspaper reported that both men admired each other and regretted that they had met so late in life. The two discussed heart to heart about how to build a great nation. They had a great time together. In December 1913, Li, as vice president, was forced to move to Beijing, the capital. In May 1914, he served as both vice president and the chief of the Department of Political Affairs. In August 1915, President Yuan Shikai, in an attempt to restore the dynasty, named himself emperor. Later that year in December, he nominated Li Yuanhong as Prince Wu Yi. Li expressed that he would never accept this position and he would rather sacrifice himself. He publicly announced that he would rather die than to accept Yuan as the emperor. After Yuan Shikai passed away in June 1916, Vice President Li Yuanhong became the President of the Republic of China. In his inaugural speech, he expressed that the nation was in a difficult period. The only way forward was to establish a lawful country, and he pledged that he would use all his power to strengthen the nation as a republic. He swore that he would always obey the laws, that he would not be afraid to die for the country, and that he would not. However, in June 1917, lacking the backing of the military and political infighting from warlord factions, Li resigned as the president. He discontinued political activity and returned to a quiet life in Tianjin. In 1922, provincial governors and warlords rallied together, calling for Li to serve a second term as president. Again, from June 1922 to June 1924, Li served as the president of the Republic of China. Unfortunately, he again became frustrated with political infighting and resigned. He returned to civilian life in Tianjin, where he pursued business and tended to family. During those years from 1911 to 1924, he worked hard for his country. In his political will, he telegrammed the whole nation that he would cut waste, cut the military, and build the economy. He would sacrifice his personal yearly income, not live in the president's residence, and not enjoy any benefits from the government. His goal was to build up the country. He asked the nation to establish a national assembly to solve the current unstable political situation and to implement a farming policy which included transitioning soldiers into farmers. He believed that by building up the economy, we build a better country. LiYuanHong passed away on June 3, 1928, at the age of 63. He died with sadness and disappointment for his country, unable to achieve his goals of uniting the nation in peace, enriching the nation, and improving people's lives. Since he was a boy, LiYuanHong wanted to serve his country by joining the military. During his career, he pursued to strengthen his country through negotiation instead of military force. During the revolution, though he was a Qing dynasty military officer, the respect he earned from the revolutionaries saved his life and earned him the command of the rebel forces as Hubei province chief commander. After the revolution, he switched from military service to politics. His leadership style earned him the respect from all political factions, which led to his second term as president. When he left politics, he switched to business, where he became successful running a coal mining operation. At each stop, he encountered success and failure. However, he just worked harder. He fought and served to help build and save a nation. In his will, he urged people to swiftly build a new nation and to protect people's rights. LiYuanHong's tomb and memorial honoring him are now located on the campus of the Central China Normal University in Wuhan. On October 19, 2014, a celebration was held on the 150th anniversary of LiYuanHong's birth. Exhibits and this slideshow were on display on the premises of the Hubei Military Government Building in Wuhan, where the revolutionary government was first established. The exhibits all serve to portray his life and to show his exceptional contributions to his country's history.